The sky is falling. The sky is falling. We got the Chicago Sky general manager Jeff P. throwing Angel Reese under the bus. She strolled into the league like she owned the place, swag turned up to max volume, all the confidence in the world, and more press coverage than most rookies could dream of. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated on all the drama, twists, and raw truths from the basketball world, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Don't forget to like the video, drop a comment with your thoughts, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single update. Join the family, we're just getting started. The Chai Barbie was supposed to be the next big thing. The Chicago Sky lose again. The Chicago Sky lose again. Now this is actually something that's pretty funny, I need to show it to you guys. Angel Reese's teammates. They got her in the post again, but for some reason they're just choosing not to give her the ball. Fast forward to now, and the mood in Chicago has flipped harder than a bricked layup. Inside the Sky front office, the smiles are gone, the voices are raised, and the finger-pointing has officially begun. Angel Ree isn't the golden child anymore. She's the cautionary tale being whispered about behind closed doors. If you think Ree should be fired, then comment, "Fire the baby giraffe," down below. Let's go. Angel Ree is under fire from the Chicago Sky general manager. The general manager names Angel Reese by name and says, "We need more out of her." A bombshell just detonated in the locker room and the fallout is already circling the internet like sharks around chum. Word is the GM's done playing nice. Missed layups? Check. Missed opportunities? Check. Missed chance to prove she belongs? Double check. Suddenly Angel's grip on this team is looking shakier than her jumper. That's something that has yet to come together, but it's a necessity for us to win, Paglia said. She's had some great games and she's had some games like everybody else that haven't been her best, but she's our best chance at versatility on this roster. We need more production out of her, but we need her to help us in other ways too. Jeff Paglio has been seeing some of the disappointment, and this isn't your run-of-the-mill coaching critique. This was a siren, a full volume, desk-pounding, wake-up or pack-up kind of moment. The confrontation didn't play out under the bright lights. It went down away from the cameras where the real truth usually surfaces. After another frustrating performance that had coaches gritting their teeth and fans checking the box score in disbelief, the GM reportedly charged into the locker room on a mission. Reese has seen her numbers drop from her rookie season to her second. In 2025 she is averaging 10 points on 35% shooting and 12 rebounds per game compared to 2024, where she posted 13.6 points on 39% shooting and 13 rebounds per game. To make matters worse for the Sky, Courtney Vandersloot is out for the season with a torn ACL. Angel Ree, no PR filter, no coddling, just a straight-up verbal body check. And it wasn't about hustle, this was about basics. How many more blown layups do we stomach before we make a move? That question hit like a warning shot across the bow, and according to insiders, this wasn't the first time her name came up. It's been building quietly at first, but now the whispers are turning into roars. Coaches and staff had already been reviewing footage, watching Angel flail under the rim like she forgot what finishing means. But her latest showing pushed the execs over the edge. Wide open looks blown, easy chances botched, plays that should have changed the game instead shifted momentum to the other team. It wasn't just bad, it was costly. Inside the locker room the energy was tense. Teammates sat in silence while the GM said what everyone was thinking. She might have been a star in college, but this ain't the Big Ten anymore. That wasn't just a reality check, it was a call for accountability. For once, the smoke wasn't coming from Twitter trolls, it was coming from her own team. How come the first time we hear you call a player out by name it's Angel Reese? How come you hired Tyler Marsh to be the head coach of this team and then you co-signed him building an offense around Camila Cardoso, yet the first time we're talking about we need more from a player, it's for Angel Ree and not Camila Cardoso? Last time I checked, they both have been playing like garbage. That speech lit up the room with one crystal clear message: nobody's job is safe. The Sky had gone all in on Angel Ree, plastered her on billboards, hyped her up like the second coming, made her the face of the franchise, but now they're wondering if they invested in a highlight reel or a mirage. All flash, no finish. We had pretty big significant expectations for the season, which is why I made the moves I made. His assessment was that the Sky's 2-6 record needs to improve everywhere to address the lack of cohesion on defense and poor shooting. Going into Tuesday night's loss, they had a league-worst 90.1 points per game and were shooting just 39%. Angel came into the WNBA surfing a tsunami of hype, but now the wave is crashing hard. Chicago didn't draft her to trend on social media. They expected domination. Instead, they're watching a masterclass in missed opportunities. In her latest matchup, especially the disaster class against Atlanta, her inability to finish was glaring. Angel Reese Part 40, let's get it. My favorite shot in basketball, AJ Reese slug. We saw some improvement last night. They only lost by 18, and some of the layups hit rim. WNBA socials show Angel but not her teammates. Did you say butter? But butter. We're giving you free and open looks. You better cash them in, girl. Oopsie. She bricked layups so badly the glass probably filed a complaint. Point-blank putbacks became momentum killers. Each miss deflated the team just a little more, turning every hopeful possession into a collective facepalm. Fans didn't need stats, they had eyes. And those eyes were seeing a player who looked more lost than lethal. Bring it back to the dipsy whipsy. Give it a scoop. 4 laps. She's right-handed, by the way. Did you know she's a great rebounder? She grabs that board really well. All the people there excited to watch her rebound. Look at that. Watch out for that bounce line. If I'm her coach and I see this setup right here, I'm calling timeout. Nothing good ever happens here. Bing bong. Anytime she gets tied up for a jump ball, you know she's losing that, 'cause she can't jump. The clips started flying. Twitter slowed down her misses frame by frame like it was the Zapruder film. Analysts broke down every brick like they were studying ancient ruins. Sky fans didn't hold back. They flooded comment sections with takes that could blister paint. Angel Reese was quoted as saying, "I put my head down and work every single day. I don't give up on anything. I critique myself the most. I know it's going to translate. I'm just going to put my head down and work. I know the results will show." Social media was a war zone. People compared her finishing skills to JV-level drills. Some said she talks like Shaq and finishes like Shaq's in turn. Others asked how someone with that much size can still manage to vanish in the paint. One thing was clear, the internet was done handing out benefit of the doubt passes. Angel Reese, in her own words, yeah, obviously there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this. Obviously it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this. The WNBA is a joke, and even with Clark carrying the league on her shoulders, it still sucks. But the damage wasn't just digital. Behind the scenes, the vibe was shifting. Coaches looked like they were aging 5 years every time out. Broadcasters tried to sugarcoat it, but the subtext was screaming. Even opponents started catching on, forcing her into bad angles just to see the meltdown play out in real time. You could catch opposing benches stifling laughs when she'd clang another one off the rim like a stunt double rehearsing a blooper reel. The Sky believed they were ready to compete for a playoff spot this season, but a team could give anyone a fight. There's no sugarcoating how things have gone. They lost Slut to a torn ACL. They're near the bottom of the league, both offensively and defensively. After loading up on veterans, even understanding that growth takes time, the Sky shouldn't have been this bad. It's like the league cracked the Reese code: push her inside, crowd the lane, and watch her game unravel like a bargain bin sweater. The same physical edge that made her a college sensation has suddenly become the blueprint for exposing her at the pro level. And the worst part? When the Sky are gasping for someone to take over, someone to rise up and seize the moment, Angel's just there. Present, active, but not impactful. Sure, she crashes the boards, and yeah, her energy is undeniable, but if energy was enough to win titles, Red Bull would have a dynasty by now. Well, that's a front office issue as much as it's an Angel Reese issue. If your front office and your coach are completely fine with one of your star players missing practice to go to this engagement and to go to that engagement, then your general manager and head coach, they need to have a little bit more backbone. They need to say, no, this is a brand new team, we can't afford that angel. But instead they co-sign it. They allow it. They encourage it. And they wonder why things look how they look. Because let's be real, energy without execution is just chaotic aerobics. When you're drafted as a franchise pillar, trying hard isn't a badge of honor, it's the baseline. This league isn't handing out participation trophies. Every possession is judged like a courtroom trial, and every missed layup is Exhibit A in the case against your hype. Manager Jeff Paglio allowing Tyler Marsh to say, "Yeah, Angel, go do your influencer thing and hopefully it doesn't take away from your basketball play." And now the insiders are chirping. The same folks who couldn't stop gushing about her arrival are whispering about whether she got rushed into something she wasn't built for. Yes, her name lights up the trending tab, but trending isn't winning. Chicago's fan base doesn't want TikToks, they want WS. And the folks upstairs? They're out of patience. What started as cautious optimism has turned into cold, calculated evaluation. The missed layups aren't just misses anymore, they're symptoms. Symptoms of a larger issue of a player who might have skipped a few developmental steps because the marketing department needed a face. The front office isn't watching from the press box anymore. They're analyzing, calculating, preparing. And the unease isn't staying in the executive suite, it's seeping into the locker room like a slow leak in the hull of a sinking ship. This is an easy entry pass right over Brianna Jones into Angel Reese's left hand. We can do a sidearm pass right into Angel Reese's left hand. We drop it off to Rachel Banham. Rachel Banham looking right at Angel Reese, and you know what this team would rather do? They would rather look at Angel Reese as just quitting at this point. She knows she's not getting the ball. They would rather turn the ball over on a shot clock violation than give Angel Reese the ball when she actually has post position. Teammates are dividing. On the surface, it's all high fives and post-game support. But peel back the layers and the unity's cracking. Some are still backing her, crediting her grit, her boards, her fight. But others, they've seen enough. Word is the vets have had it. They're done watching possessions get wasted because someone can't finish at the rim. They're tired of patching holes in a sinking game plan. And most of all, they're over the media mayhem that follows Reese like a storm cloud. This is a team that might say they get along, they might say they're all friends and everything's fine in the locker room, but yikes, come on. Look at that, Alicia Gray's back turned to the play, Brianna Jones is face guarding Camila Cardoso, and Rachel Banham just refuses to give Angel Reese the ball. The Chicago Sky get a shot clock violation. I'm not sure what's going on over there in Chicago. Behind the scenes, it's getting louder. Players are reportedly speaking privately with coaches, voicing concerns that aren't just about gameplay, they're about fairness. If that was anyone else, would they still be getting these minutes? That's not petty jealousy, that's a team wondering if the rules are different for one player. That's resentment. And when that sets in, you're not just managing a player, you're managing damage control. Last year, you made a powerful statement saying, the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player but because of you too. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too. A year later, do you feel like you're human? Next question. Angel Reese can't proudly accept the role of the villain, then beg people for sympathy. You can't complain about mythical racism, you can't create stories of fake racism that get exposed, then ask people to feel sorry for you. Up top, the GM is doing more than just fuming, they're strategizing. The word trade hasn't gone public, but that doesn't mean it's not circling the hallways. Sources say Chicago's already sniffing around the league, looking for forwards who can bring efficiency without the drama. Reese isn't being shoved out the door, but let's be clear, she's being put on watch. Some think she needs a benching, others say a reality check might do the trick. Even the believers know the sand in the hourglass is running out. Caitlin Clark is more mature. Caitlin Clark has decorum. Caitlin Clark, obviously, is jet fuel to its popularity. Caitlin Clark is far better of a basketball player and has made such a tremendous impact in a greater number, more so than Angel Reese. Everybody knows that her college career was better. Stadium sales, the WNBA popularity has gone up because of Caitlin Clark. And none of this is made easier by the spotlight she came in with. Every decision the Sky make with Angel will be judged, rehashed, and spun by every media outlet hungry for a headline. But it sounds like the front office is past caring. One insider put it bluntly, the PR honeymoon is over. Now it's about wins. And right now Angel Reese is starring in the wrong kind of documentary. When marketing hype meets on-court reality. She came in like a hurricane, bold, brash, ready to prove everyone wrong. But here's the reality. Confidence doesn't convert layups. Hashtags don't get buckets. Headlines don't win championships. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is turning Indiana into a must-watch movement. While Angel's racking up misses and excuses, Caitlin's racking up records and Ws. That's what greatness looks like. No noise. No drama. Just game. I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader outside of rebounding her miss layups. What does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night, and for 27 minutes she completely disappeared. The GM's drawn the line. The locker room split. And that ticking sound? It's not applause, it's a countdown. Because this isn't just about shot charts and stat sheets anymore. It's about leadership, growth, and whether Angel Reese has the humility and work ethic to climb out of the hole she dug with her own hands. If she doesn't figure it out, and soon, Chicago won't blink. No one is bigger than the franchise. Not the name, not the brand, not even the Chai Barbie. And maybe that's the harshest truth of all. This league doesn't care who you were in college. It only cares who you are when the lights come on. So Angel Reese has two choices, evolve or exit. If you think Reese should be fired, then comment, fire the baby giraffe, down below. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen and we will see you in the next. The storm brewing around Angel Reese is not just about a string of missed layups or blown opportunities, it's about the massive gap between brand hype and on-court production. In recent weeks, reports have surfaced that certain veteran players in the locker room have been meeting privately with player development staff, expressing their frustration and even suggesting a players-only meeting to reset the culture. Some insiders say the tension has spilled beyond the practice gym. Apparently, some teammates have started ghosting Reese in group chats, only responding to logistical updates but ignoring any personal comments or attempts at camaraderie. It's a subtle but telling sign that the chemistry is beyond fractured. Sources close to the coaching staff reveal that Reese's focus in training sessions has been inconsistent. While she shows up early to shoot around and works hard in rebounding drills, her lack of focus during offensive sets and defensive rotations has left coaches pulling their hair out. Meanwhile, the franchise's marketing department, the same people who pushed her face on billboards and social media campaigns, are scrambling to adjust ad strategies. Multiple local sponsors have quietly pulled back their commitments, citing performance concerns and negative fan sentiment. In addition, rumors are swirling that a couple of veteran free agents have turned down offers to sign with the Sky, specifically mentioning locker room turmoil as a deterrent. This is not just a problem for Reese, it's now a franchise-wide brand issue. Analysts across sports networks are dissecting her mental game. One panelist on a major sports show suggested that Reese's confidence, once her greatest weapon, has mutated into a liability. Instead of motivating her to dominate, it now isolates her from the group and fuels an us versus her mindset in the locker room. On the business side, ticket sales for the Sky have reportedly plateaued after an initial spike when Reese arrived. According to league insiders, the front office is alarmed at a significant decline in jersey sales in the last 2 weeks, a clear sign that fans are losing patience and faith in their supposed star. Some observers point out that Reese might have been thrown into the deep end too soon. Development coaches argue she needed another year of refined technical work, particularly on footwork and finishing moves, before being handed a franchise-level load. But the marketing machine needed her on day one to capitalize on her viral popularity. Meanwhile, former WNBA players have been chiming in on podcasts and live streams. Several have expressed concerns about the celebrity-first culture that's seeping into the league, using Reese as a prime example. During a recent broadcast, a retired legend bluntly said, "She's not the villain she thinks she is. She's just not ready." That line alone sparked a firestorm online, leading to countless debates among fans. Adding to the chaos, reports suggest that private conversations between the GM and ownership have intensified. The word rebuild has allegedly come up in recent strategy meetings, a chilling possibility for a team that had aimed for playoff contention. Further complicating matters, Angel Reese's agency has been fielding inquiries from international teams. While no serious offers have been made yet, there is speculation that a stint overseas might be a reset option if things implode further in Chicago. Even broadcasters have shifted their tone. Where they once fawned over her presence and marketability, they now subtly emphasize her struggles, sometimes even adding sarcastic remarks mid-game. One analyst was caught on a hot mic joking, "She's got more bricks than Home Depot tonight." The league office is also watching closely. Sources say they are monitoring how the Reese situation affects the league's overall image, especially as they try to expand viewership and attract new sponsors. Amid all of this, Caitlin Clark's rise with Indiana is casting an even harsher light on Reese's struggles. Clark is breaking attendance records, elevating her teammates, and providing highlight after highlight with clinical efficiency, all while avoiding drama. As for Angel, her social media engagement remains strong, but the comments have shifted from blind support to tough love and outright trolling. A recent post where she declared, "I'm that girl," was flooded with replies like, "That girl who can't finish at the rim," and "That girl who lost us the game." Some insiders believe a big public apology or a tell-all style interview could be Reese's last chance to regain narrative control. But those close to her say she is resistant to that idea, preferring to let her game speak, a game that, right now, isn't saying much. Meanwhile, the trade whispers grow louder. The GM is reportedly exploring scenarios where Reese could be moved in a package deal for multiple role players or future draft picks, signaling that Chicago might be ready to pivot sooner rather than later. Fans are split. Some still chant her name and hold up Reese's Pieces signs courtside. Others have started booing, something almost unheard of in WNBA circles. This is no longer just a story about missed layups. It's about leadership, identity, and the brutal collision between hype and reality. Angel Reese is standing at a career crossroads that few athletes ever face so early in their professional life. Will she rise above the noise, evolve her game, and prove the doubters wrong? Or will she become the cautionary tale of a star who burned bright too fast and fizzled out before her prime? The clock is ticking. Chicago is watching. The league is watching. And whether she likes it or not, so is the entire basketball world.